Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something.
I wasn't expecting that either.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
And it feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light, when you hit that first joint, in the morning, and you.
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Would it be okay with you if we start with looking at a little bit of last week or when we last talked, and just let me know how that went afterwards?
Yeah.
If I recall, it was a teenager part that was in a train car and then went to the woods.
Yeah.
And did you have any thoughts about that, insight on that, or since then?
I know at the time, it was really it felt really beautiful and liberating. And then I got sick. So I just kind of had been checked out. It's kind of just checked out for a week.
Yeah.
I think, I thought about it for a few days, and then I just have been, pretty checked out and struggling with the checking in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know at the time that it really felt like a beautiful release.
Yeah. And how does it feel now? I mean, are you still able to contact those parts and just see where you stand with them now?
Yeah. I think there's still a lot of sadness with the teen part.
Okay.
it's hard for me to accept that, like, I don't know, embrace that part. I guess sadness has always been, just growing up and then, continuing that conditioning of sadness isn't allowed, sadness is a bad thing. You just got to get over it and move on. And, I really struggle with sitting with it and allowing it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to at least be aware of all of that. And I just wanted to follow up on it. We don't have to make that the aim of the conversation today if you don't want to. Where do you think we should go? Where would you like to go?
Well, there's a couple things I've been thinking about. One being the sadness. And just as we were meditating, I was noticing that in my body. And the other on my mind has been the numbing out with TV. I took like a couple weeks break from the TV, and that was nice. And then I don't know if I was sick or what, but then kind of jumped back into watching TV most of the day. Like just wanting to escape and numb.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder if it would make sense to identify or get to know that part that's saying the sadness isn't allowed. If that would be a good place to start, and maybe that will see what that part needs, and then see what it might be protecting. That could be a way to go.
Okay.
Sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So where do you notice that part in or around your body, that part that says the sadness isn't allowed?
I'd say in my head and my jaw.
And as you notice it there, how do you feel towards it?
Frustrated.
Yeah.
And annoyed.
Okay. We'll see if you can turn to that frustrated, annoyed part and ask it for some space while we get to know the sadness isn't allowed part. See how they react.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, the frustrated and annoyed parts. See if you can turn to them and ask them for some space so that we can get to know this part that's saying the sadness isn't allowed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they're okay with
Okay.
that. I mean, they're not happy about it, but they're okay with it.
Okay. And what else do you notice about this part that says the sadness isn't allowed, that's in the head? What else can you see about it?
It's kind of pacing like I guess like a parent or a teacher that's like scolding or lecturing a child.
Mm.
Very tense. Um, and kind of what's the word?
It's preoccupied.
Like this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like this is what it does all day long.
Yeah.
It's just like this is what the one purpose, or job. It's got to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
With no breaks.
And how are you feeling towards it now?
Curious, I'd say.
Okay. See if you can let it know that, and let it know that you'd like to get to know it, and just see if you can deepen your access to it.
Okay. Yeah, at first, it was like, no, I'm too busy, but I let him know. I said, I'm curious about you, and I want to get to know you, and that kind of thing. So it's okay.
Okay. Try asking it what it wants you to know, or what it wants you to know about it.
Okay. She it's like she's gotten comfortable with this, I guess, uncomfortable job. You know, she just kind of accepted it, and it's almost like a safe place to just know, like, this is my job, this is what I'm doing, this is all I have to do.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let that part know that you recognize that makes sense to you.
Okay.
And try asking what it's afraid will happen if it didn't do that job.
Okay. She'll get in trouble. She's worried, you know, this is her job, and if she doesn't do it, she'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't feel she has a choice.
So she's worried that if the sadness it comes out, she'll get in trouble, or where will the trouble come from, and in a reaction to what specifically? Do you know? Or can you find out?
Where the trouble will come from?
Yeah, or not necessarily. You know, what would cause that trouble? Is it letting the sadness out?
Mm. Yeah, from letting the sadness out, or I guess any emotions.
Well, see if you can show it some appreciation for trying to keep you safe from that trouble.
Okay.
Just see how it reacts to that.
she's resistant to accepting the praise. She's kind of fighting me a little, like she's scared that I'm telling her that she has to stop doing her job, and she's scared.
Okay. Yeah, well, make sure to let her know that you're not telling her to stop doing her job, and that our goal here is to understand her job and understand what it is that she's protecting. And it sounds like, there's some sadness, maybe another part that has some sadness. And that could be something that you could help with, not to throw her job out, but to give her some options, because you were saying that this part just kind of has to do this. This is just what it does, and it's been doing it for a long time. So just let her know that's our intention, is not to cancel what she's doing, but to understand it and look for where we can heal parts that might give her some options.
Okay.
Just see what she would think about that.
Yeah, she's okay. She's admitting that it is tiring to do this job. She never thought about not doing it. So
Sounds hard.
yeah.
And how are you being with her now?
I'm sitting like close with her.
Mm-hmm. What would you think about trying to go towards that part that's sad, and what would this part think about us doing that? Making contact with it so we can understand it and maybe do some healing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Great. And this part can stand by and watch, or we'll check back in with her after we do it, and
Okay.
just give her some thanks and appreciation for helping us out here.
Okay.
And check if there's any other parts that have any concerns about us contacting this sad part.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a scared part that is afraid that the sadness will take over.
Yeah. Well, we can make sure that doesn't happen, and we can ask the sadness not to do that. And also, this part that's concerned can stand by, and it can jump in anytime if it feels like you're getting overwhelmed.
Okay.
How does it react to that?
It's okay.
Okay. So if you're ready to learn more about that, then try to focus on where that sadness comes from in your body.
I think it's like my throat and upper chest.
And can you orient towards it more and just focus on that more and see what else you get from it?
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's the same routine from last time.
Okay. And how are you feeling towards it?
Kind of scared.
Yeah. Let's stop and look at that scared part, and if that's one of the parts we've spoken with, or if that's something new, and what its concern is with us working with this sadness.
Scared that I don't know how to help it. Yeah, I don't know how to make it better.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make any promises, but maybe just letting it know that if all we can do is just learn more about where it comes from, this sadness, if all we can do is just have that curiosity and get some more information, then that's maybe that's all we can do, and that's fine.
Okay.
But you also have a pretty good record, I think, of helping these parts out a lot.
Okay. We can try.
Yeah. So turning to that teen part or wherever the sadness is coming from, are you able to see it or just sense it?
Yeah.
You can see it?
I see it. Mm-hmm.
And how close are you to it, like in feet?
A few feet away.
And is it aware of your presence there? Or would it be okay with you to make it aware and get close?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. What else do you see about it?
Well, she's laying down, kind of like curled up on her side. And there's a heaviness.
How old does this part look like?
Like a teen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling towards this part now?
compassionate.
Can you show it that?
Okay.
Let it know that you want to get to know it better.
She doesn't know why I'd want to get to know her.
And how do you respond to that?
That I understand that feeling and that I love her.
Yeah. And how she react?
She's like, why? I'm a mess.
Is that how you see her?
No.
Let her know how you see her.
Okay. I told her it's not her fault. And that I love her and she's okay with me getting to know her more.
Great. You might try asking if she feels like you understand. If she feels
Okay.
like you get it, her predicament, her pain.
No, she doesn't think I get it.
Okay. And are you okay with seeing it?
Yeah.
Letting her show you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ask her to show you.
So she's just been showing me my dad and his intimidation and abuse and how powerful and big he was.
Yeah. And are you okay seeing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask her if there's more she wants to show you about. Just let her know that you have time and that you really want to get the full picture to understand her and what she's going through.
Yeah, she's shown me the different times where I was sad and in pain and just felt like I just had to shove it down.
And how is she feeling about you getting it now? Does she feel like you get it? Or is there more?
She's showing me my mom and how she was there for me occasionally, but I think for a lot of the time she just wasn't there to allow the sadness.
Yeah. Is there more?
Now, just, the times I mentioned before about a boyfriend I had when I was like 14, 15, and not having any, him just stop talking to me when he found out I was moving.
Right.
And then the sadness of that, but not having, like, feeling like it was my fault, so not really allowing sadness, or the same thing with moving away and feeling like my friends forgot about me,
Yeah.
just shoving that all down.
And ask her what she would think about you going back in time to be with her in those times and to do the things that she needed someone to do for her or to help her do them.
Okay.
Or to just be with her at those times if that's what she needed. Any reaction?
What?
Any reaction from her on that?
Yeah. Yeah, I was going back with her and like with the boyfriend, getting some closure, and sitting with her after the move and holding her and
Is there anything
letting her know.
Is there anything she wanted you to say or do, say to the boyfriend or anything like that?
Yeah, I said, it wasn't my fault. I had my mom's job was at risk, and letting him know that I loved him and getting to say goodbye.
And how does she feel seeing you do that or doing that with her?
Good.
And the parents, do you have any interaction with them? Or would she like you to?
Yeah, I'm telling my mom, one of us is that she needs to wake up and be there for me.
Yeah.
And my dad, she's setting him on fire. So he can't hurt her.
How are you feeling about that?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else to do back there?
Yeah, there was another time when I was in 6th grade. I might have mentioned, but I had a couple of friends, and I didn't know why they liked me, and I was scared, and so I started telling each one that the other was talking shit about them, even though they weren't. So I was afraid. I just figured at any moment they were going to stop liking me, and so I was trying to somehow, like, control the situation, and then they found out, and then I just hid in shame. Like, I started, for months, I started just leaving the school and walking home. I lived like half a block away from the school, so I would leave the school for lunch and walk home and just eat at home in shame. And so I, going back in time and confronting the situation, and instead of hiding in shame, letting her know that it's okay to make mistakes and apologize for them, and that I don't have to hide in shame for that.
How's she feeling about dealing with that?
Good. Relieved.
What does she think about leaving that time and being with you, or being somewhere else? Does she have any hesitancy to leave?
No.
And where would she like to go?
Maybe the beach.
Yeah. Try taking her there and maybe asking, like, what it is that you can do for her. And I mean, I know you have this part or multiple parts that have a concern that, you don't have the tools or whatever to really heal this part.
Yeah.
So just try really getting deep on that and understanding what it is that she needs from you. And let her know that you're willing to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is what she needs, just allowing her to be sad. and expressing it and getting to know her.
And how do you feel from that experience of her being sad with you? Like, how do you feel about that?
Good. I'm grateful.
Is there something that you can see yourself doing to invite that more in the future, so that you don't check out? And I mean, whatever, sick or whatever, but just kind of, what can you do to kind of secure that relationship with her?
Could you hold on?
Sure.
The mechanics here.
Sure. We'll be ready to go back to that beach.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I was asking if you could brainstorm on just ways to keep this part with you and make sure that it's able to express itself, have that sadness, and not feel the need to go back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking like if I have a physical reminder, maybe something I can wear around my neck or something that I can kind of hold on to.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling that way, I don't know.
Sure.
Imagine putting it in my hand and squeezing it, just kind of allowing like a physical reminder.
Yeah. I like timers.
Okay.
I have the same thing where I'll just kind of forget and lose touch with some parts sometimes. So
yeah,
once I have my timer, I have like a little bell that goes off, and it's not something, unless I turn that timer off, it's going to go off every day and remind me. But
yeah,
so all kinds of ways to do it, and to check in. Don't wait necessarily for the part to be sad to check in. It sounds to me like it needs to know somebody's there and just available for it. And so if you have a regular practice, again, even if it's just kind of a chime or if there's anything else that you're doing every day that you can pair it with.
Okay.
Just my suggestions.
Yeah, maybe when I journal.
Yeah. And there is, also the step of making sure that this part feels unburdened, and that's looking for where she carries it in her body and encouraging her, helping her get it out.
Okay.
So do you want to do that now?
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of like making sounds.
Just make sure she does it till it's all gone. It's all out.
Okay.
Okay. And now, if it's okay with her, try bringing back that in that first part we met that was pacing and saying it's not okay to be sad,
Okay.
and just show it the work that you've done and see how it reacts.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to get it. It seems to get the importance of allowing that.
Yeah. And just let it know that you can take care of this part now, and that it can give it sadness if it has any to you. And so you can ask this pacing part what other role it might like to have, how it might like to use its energy.
Okay.
If it doesn't have to do that.
Deacon wants to sit on the beach and chill.
Yeah.
Maybe sit with the sad part.
And the part that was scared that you wouldn't be able to heal this, can you invite that in and see what it has to say or how it reacts?
Okay. They're impressed.
You could thank it for its concern earlier, and just maybe it's also a good part to check in with when you're brainstorming about how to maintain this, this connection that you have with your parts.
Okay.
So how's it all feeling now?
Good and peaceful.
Okay. Is there any more to do?
No.
Okay. I know that last time when you were talking to a teenager part, there was some allusion to perhaps a younger part that she was protecting.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might want to just see if that's still just something that we should have a bookmark on.
Okay.
But yeah, feels complete to you, then thanks for going there.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. I'll talk to you soon, and I will let you know about a couple of things we talked about, the supervised call, and also how we might share some of this.
Okay, sounds good.
Awesome. All right, talk soon.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Zikri, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.